In the earlier parts of this series, we explored both the philosophical foundations and the practical methods of Ananda Marga. In this final segment, Acharya Vimalananda reflects more deeply on consciousness, the role of devotion, and the evolutionary arc suggested by the tradition, what it means for the individual stream of awareness to move toward the ocean. Now, you had mentioned Tantra before, and in the West, well, I'll just speak for United States. I can't speak for the rest of the Western world, but a lot of people associate the word Tantra with tantric yoga sexual practices, because we have a very narrow view of these things from how they were introduced over here in the 60s and 1970s. But what is the definition of Tantra, and um, how does it come to play within the system within Ananda Marga practices?
Uh, as I said, Anandmurti ji revived many of those lost things.
Mm-hmm.
The first master, Lord Shiva, Shiva, Mount Kailash, he he had given the original version of Tantra. He's the father of Tantra. So the original definition of Tantra that we derive from Lord Shiva is that every word has got its own, uh, you know, uh, making. The Tantra means tam plus tra, Sanskrit. Tam means staticity, rigidity, crudeness. Tra means liberation, to liberate from static mindset.
Mm.
So, example that Anand Murthy ji gave was very telling to me. He says, suppose you have sticks, you have 20 sticks, and it's bound by rope tight. So you want to liberate it from the bondage of the rope around it. How will you do that? You want to undo the binding, then it will start doing it again from the other side. You see, he said the best way, Tantra, that Lord Shiva said, if the sticks could expand, if the volume of each stick goes on, starts expanding, what will happen? A time will come that the rope will snap,
So
and
in
then
one
it will liberate.
movement.
Yeah, a time will come, it will be liberated forever. That's the approach of Tantra, to
Mm.
expand your mind through meditation. So much so that these bondages of lust and fear and sex or anything is completely torn out. Your mind is free from that. This is known as Vidya Tantra.
Vidya,
So
Vidya
this
Tantra.
was one school of Tantra which could not be practiced, which lost its practice in society. Vidya, Vidya, Vidya Tantra, and one is Avidya Tantra. You put A in the beginning. Avidya. So Vidya Tantra got lost. Nobody practiced it. Avidya Tantra, the Tantra of manipulating the material world through mental force.
Mm.
And one is the Tantra, the system of expanding your mind into the infinity, become infinite. So one's direction is this way, other's direction is this way.
Mm.
So this one went into practice and this got lost its way. Anand Murti reintroduced it in society. He recovered it back. This is what Anand Marga Tantra is all about. The Tantra, the science of expanding your unit consciousness into the infinity. So our meditation is done closed eyes, and other Tantra meditation, Tantra practice is done open eyes.
Mm.
Worldly Tantra. And this is the Tantra of consciousness, pure consciousness. So that is the difference, and I say you, that has been a very big thing for me when I was a student. I said, wow, this is the thing that will help humanity tomorrow. Because higher consciousness means more expanded mind. More expanded mind means more better human culture, human behavior, human elevation of human, mindset. That will create a new evolution in society. It will give you the better human relations, better, amicable feeling for each other, better morality in society,
Yeah.
other way to find yourself happy and satisfied. Okay. In Avidya, you seek pleasure from material things, you go on eating, go on amassing wealth, go on doing this, and one day you become sick and still you go on amassing, and you achieved what? Nothing. You only cried at the end. Okay. That's Avidya. So that is the Tantra that people know. In this Tantra, Ananda Marga introduced. Baba introduced now. It was lost.
Yeah. Wow.
And it was very beautiful because Baba said that this is now being practiced only in the caves. And the people who are practicing it, they are afraid that once they go out in society, they will lose hold of it. That's why they never come out. They live there and they one day also die out there. So the whole knowledge, whole practice slowly are disappearing from the surface of this earth. Because people will age one day anyway, they will go. You see, and they're disconnected from the society. They will not know how to communicate with the new generation of today. Gen Z, they don't know how to talk to the Gen Z because they have been confined for 20 years, for 50 years, for 70 years in the caves. So they
I
cannot transfer their knowledge. They cannot transfer their knowledge to the new generation.
I
You
have
see,
we have four children aged from 19 to 27. I don't know what they're saying.
you see,
They have different words, different musicians, different thoughts, and
different thoughts.
everything, like you said in the beginning, is about the global footprint, the carbon footprint, the waste of energy, and recycling, reusing. Everything is it's
Yeah,
really planet centered and society centered, for
yeah,
bettering the world. Yeah, very interesting. Um, Ananda Marga is known uh, for it's known on the outskirts for the mantra Baba Nam Kevalam. What does that mean? And I often see I was taught that from my friend Shishir Inokalia, who at 13
yeah,
from the Philippines left for India to be at the ashram for Ananda Marga, one of them, and he grew up there and then moved back to the Philippines. But there was some dancing involved, singing involved, chanting involved, instruments involved. Can you explain this to us? Share some?
yeah. Baba, there's one story behind it. He gave this mantra, authorized this mantra, uh, charged this mantra in 1970. It was, I think, 8th of October 1970. So people started doing it and they started enjoying the bliss. When they were doing, they were feeling very ecstatic, happiness coming, which you could come only by deep meditation. It will now coming simply by chanting the thing. So then a lot of stories started happening. Then one Margi, one member, one disciple asked Baba, Baba, you are sitting and we are doing Bhavanam Kevalam and you are watching us. I wonder what are you doing that time when we are doing Bhavanam? Those days it was so like family, bonding with Baba. You can access Baba, you can talk to Baba, and Baba will, talk back to you. So Baba says, when you sing Bhavanam Kevalam, I also chant Bhavanam. They said, but for us, you are Baba. But who are you telling Bhavanam Kevalam? You see? He said, no, no, no. Baba means the divine father, the pure consciousness, the pure love. In India, even small children, babies, are called Baba by their, elders.
Ah,
Babu, Baba, because they love. So the way you love me, I also love you. The same way. So for you, if I am Baba for you, for me, you are Baba also. Oh my God, it was just mind blowing. Yes. And then this member, this Margi, this disciple said, but then Baba, there's one more question, please. Say, okay. We meditate and we want to touch your consciousness and become like one with your consciousness in human form. We are human being and we want to achieve that level of consciousness what contains in your human body. Baba. So when you are meditating, what are you doing, Baba? We are meditating to become you, your consciousness, your level of consciousness. What are you now? When you meditate, we see that you are meditating. Do you know what he said? He said, I'm meditating. I have my own mantra also. So, Baba, can we know your mantra? What can be your mantra? Our mantra is that my soul is part of your soul and we are the same. But what can be your mantra, Baba? You are the highest already. Baba kept quiet. He became very serious for a while. When he broke his silence, half a minute, 1 minute later, he says, no, my mantra is Manusyoham, Manusyoham. I am a human being. I am a human being.
wow.
And if I stop this mantra, this body will not sustain. This body will expand and will dematerialize. And he started becoming like that. He started becoming like ballooning, you know.
Wow.
People caught hold of him from all sides. No, Baba, no, no, don't, no, don't, please don't, please don't. And then he again came back like that. The jump he came back in a human sense. And again he started breathing, I'm a human being. That was him. Okay.
Mhm.
So assuming a human form, that soul takes its own sankalpa, determination. You know. He binds himself in the bondage of his human frame. And this is how he holds himself as a human being. We have seen these things happening.
Wow. When the members are reciting Bhavanam Kevalam, uh,
So the
I've
meaning,
seen
one
them
thing,
do
yes,
it. Pardon?
one thing,
Yes,
yes.
please.
So the very meaning of Bhavanam Kevalam is everything becomes auspicious by taking his name.
Mm,
Just by remembering his name, just by the touch of his name, everything becomes auspicious. That's the meaning of Bhavanam Kevalam.
mm,
Anything and everything will become auspicious once you start chanting his name, attaching his name with it. So Bhavanam Kevalam, he authorized this mantra, and this is the meaning of the mantra, that anything and everything will become auspicious just by his name,
mm.
by the touch of his name.
Do you also have to visualize his image in the mind? Because there's a lot of
No,
Babas and all the babies
no,
are
no, no,
Babas,
no, 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 no,
as you said.
no, no.
No.
You don't have to visualize it. It comes to some people who are doing that lesson of higher meditation.
Mm,
It may come to them, but that's not required because the new people will not have that higher lesson of meditation, but they are enjoying the same bliss simply by chanting the mantra. It has been already potentized.
Mm.
The mantra has been made siddha, potentized. So whatever lesson you have, even he said that there are people they will not be able to do all these higher lessons of meditation. So what to do for them? I have also come for them. So how to help them? Now this mantra will help them. If they simply chant this mantra, that will bring them to the same level of experiencing of bliss, blissful state, what you are achieving by doing your 6 lessons.
Is there a specific melody for it? Like, you know, Baba Nam Kevalam, or can you just Baba Nam Kevalam, Baba Lam? As the Buddhists do their mantra, it's very monotone. But does this one have to be kind of
He
melodic?
says, yeah, he says that uh, human sentiment is rhythmic, human life is rhythmic.
Yeah.
There's melodious, there's a melody in it, there's inner song of the soul, song of the mind. So your mind knows what time, what kind of melody you like to sing and give you better, touch of feeling. So that way you can put it in the same melody. You can do the
Mm.
same. Yeah.
And you can also recite it
Recite
in
it
your
again.
heart without even saying the words, right? While
Exactly.
meditating.
Yes. But while you meditate, you have a personal mantra with the breathing.
Right. So this is more mantra than meditation.
Yeah.
Right. But I would assume it's causing an altered state of consciousness because of repetitiveness of the mantra,
Exactly.
right?
It creates its own, and it has potential. It has a spiritual, energy in it.
Mm,
Baba has, he has invested his spiritual energy in this to make
right.
it. And now all over the world, every country of the world, people start chanting it at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Mm. Is that the
So around the
auspicious
globe,
hour, 5 a.m.?
yeah, 5 a.m. He has authorized 5 a.m. So
Okay.
around the sunrise, 5 a.m. is almost plus minus the sunrise time.
Yeah.
So that time, our all members in the world they are doing their chant of Bhavanam.
Huh. Is it best to be done standing, seated, or dancing? You know,
Usually, usually it should be done with dancing, raised hand, because when your hands are raised, you are touching the infinity, you are reaching out to infinity,
mm-hmm,
just like that sentiment that I am touching, reaching out to cosmic Father. And we say Bhavanam Kevalam, that I am remembering you. Let everything be auspicious in my life. And that's it. Then
mm-hmm.
your physical life, your mental life, your spiritual life, all will be auspicious.
So the
Say
feet are
around the
moving
globe,
as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
he has authorized because our we have two nostrils left and right. So when you are doing your movement of the footsteps left and right, then your whole brain also gets vibrated at the same rhythm. You see,
Makes sense. Yeah.
the two nostrils and the two lobes of the brain, all synchronized with
Mm.
that energy from top
Oh.
to bottom.
Hmm. So it sounds like it
You have very interesting
vibrational.
questions, man. Come on,
Yeah.
brother.
I'm ex I'm excited to
Okay.
talk to you and you know and get I have a lot of questions generally about these things because I'm very interested in them in my whole life,
Okay. Okay.
Um, vibrations are very important because everything is vibrating, on
Yeah.
the atomic level, everything is vibration and hollow, not solid like everything is in our perception, but the physics of on the quantum level is completely different. So I feel like sound, whether it's music or chanting, vibration, it makes vibration. All sound makes a vibration. It vibrates on our eardrums. That can create a consciousness and a connection with the divine. Because if the whole universe is made of vibration and sound,
Vibration. Exactly.
hmm,
Exactly. Yeah.
hmm. Is Bhavanam Kevalam and the chanting of that taught before meditation in Ananda Marga or along with it, same time?
You can do it anytime, not during meditation, but
I
yes,
mean, as a
before
new student
meditation.
coming in, what are they?
Huh?
Are they taught Bhavanam Kevalam first or meditation first? The new members.
You see, when you do Bhavanam Kevalam, it has an impact of easing your struggle in meditation.
Hmm.
Your meditation becomes smooth. It is better done beforehand so that your mind, gets synchronized with that spiritual energy. So when you start doing meditation, it becomes a smooth when you do the steps in your meditation. It becomes
Hmm.
easy for you. Otherwise, there's lots of struggle to bring
Right.
back your mind. You see. So that helps.
So Bhavanam Kevalam is almost that mantra, and the arms up and the moving is like
Yes,
clearing the blockages in the body that is block
energy of your,
the
yes,
energy. Mm,
yes,
that's very interesting.
yeah.
I would think that Ananda Marga, based on this, what I've learned so far, would have practices like this that help people overcome trauma, grief, anxiety, depression, anger.
In fact, it's helping like that already. It has been doing that. Everything becomes auspicious simply by chanting this mantra.
Mm,
Everything becomes easy, auspicious. If you have any problem of any kind, and you are stuck, even worldly problem, and you are stuck in that problem, start doing this mantra in your mind, and you will find there's an opening, and you get out of it. You see? We have
ma-
seen that this happen.
mm. Many forms of meditation teach you to focus on your breath or focus on the rising and lowering of your abdomen, different things to kind of short circuit the mind from thinking. Is there a specific procedure in Ananda Marga for quieting the mind? I mean, we're bombarded with social media and YouTube and work and radio and music and people all day and cars honking and you know what is there a base way in meditation in Ananda Marga to settle that mind to quiet?
Yes, this mantra, this kirtan, usually people chant, they play their guitar, your own melody, whatever, soothing to you much more. You play few minutes and your mind starts coming back to you. And then you meditate.
Hmm.
So 10 minutes of meditation. You can, there are many people now, they have personalized it, like they simply play their guitar and sing instead of dancing. No, because their life is very much disciplined, but mind is very much busy in so many worldly, worries and struggles and the social work. So they simply sit and chant, with the melodies. That already quietens their mind and makes it very easy to come back. So there are many ways of doing it.
Hmm. I'm thinking like during the meditation because I know I've struggled for almost 40 years meditating in different methods where some days my mind is thinking so much. And even if it's not thinking a thought, there's a part of a song stuck in my brain. It's just looping and looping and looping. And then I'll cut it out and then it'll sneak back and I'll cut it out and it'll sneak back. And sometimes I'm
No,
able to overcome it quickly, and other times I have to just give up and say today wasn't a good meditation day.
no, it should be rather your attitude, your personal attitude.
Hmm.
That no, this is my time for my soul. Sorry. You create this attitude to yourself for yourself. Because anyway, there are three things that is making you who you are. There's a body, there's a mind, and there's a soul. You see, the first hours of the day and the last hours of the day should be for the soul. To be honest to yourself, that that philosophy of life, that attitude in life is the basic thing that will help you in meditation. Your own attitude towards your own soul. No, this is now. I'm not ready for the world now. No, no, wait. Please wait. Let me first attend to myself.
Mm.
So better before you start jumping in the world, easy if you simply start your day with this. Before going to interact with any second person or second thing. No, first thing is my time for me. Be selfish for me. Be selfish for me. Because this world will not spare you. Once you start dancing with it, it will not spare you.
It sucks you in like a black hole.
Until you collapse is not going to spare you.
Yeah.
So please be wise. Before you start in the rhythm of the world, say to yourself. And the best time is when you wake up from the morning in the morning from your sleep. Because that's the time you have the sense of I am.
Mm.
I am me. That's the moment to expand. Expand that moment into your meditation. That the first hour, the first moments of your morning, when you wake up from sleep, your sense of I exist, and I am with myself. Yeah, catch that moment and live that moment for a while in meditation. That's the best thing to do. And then
Well,
again in the evening, when you go to sleep, you say, okay, now my time for myself. I have done the work. Okay, now let me be with myself. So when you go to retire, don't go to sleep. No, first attend to your own soul. Say thankful to your soul.
mm,
Sorry, I did not have time. I did not attend, but now it's time for my all time is for you.
mm,
So all the three together, your body, your mind, and your soul should be all together. The first thing of the day and the last thing of the day, all the three of your being should be put together, consolidated.
oh, that makes sense. Go to bed with a quiet mind, wake
Yeah.
up with a quiet and quiet the mind again.
Again,
So at least 8 hours or so, you're living in peace. And
you
you're
will be better off whole day, I tell you.
yeah. Now you became a monk in 1978.
Yes.
um, I was 9 years old.
All, all
I was
right.
9 years old. Um,
In this body, okay?
in this body, I was nine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All
by
right.
the you know, the current calendar. Um, and what is the title of Avadhuta mean?
Avadhuta is a kind of ascetic state of
Hmm.
mind, which has taken a vow of poverty.
So it's like
Poverty.
a monastic life then.
Yes. Yes. With a vow of poverty. I don't own anything. Okay. Whatever cosmic will is my
Material
destiny.
poverty and spiritual wealth.
No, that is also given to Guru. I have nothing. I am at
Um,
0 point. Stay at
okay,
0 point.
good.
That is the best way. Best peace is when you are at 0 point. All right. So that kind of mindset, if that has become your inner mind, you know, then maintain that mind. That discipline is Abdhuta.
Hmm.
So even we go to very lonely place in the forest or in the cemetery graveyards, be alone there for 1 hour, 2 hours, meditate at least a few days in every month. Most lonely places there, where nobody goes otherwise.
Right.
Okay, so to keep that mindset, to keep that, sentiment rooted in your mind, you should be practicing that few days in a month to be just alone.
Yeah.
That is it.
Like you said, living in the cave your whole life, you become detached, and we
Yes,
need to be able to practice our spirituality, our oneness in an interactive world. It's
yes,
very easy when you're alone, And it's hard as soon as you stub your toe or someone cuts you off on the street, right? To be kind and loving and generous and not lose your mind state.
yeah,
So I like how you're explaining that austerity in that way is a few days a month to have that experience, but there's also lived among people.
monkeys and that.
Yeah. Hmm. How are acharyas trained? The acharyas.
There are a lot of disciplines we have, we have to study all the philosophy, all the books of Baba, Anandamurti, and try to understand it, debate it, and pass exams on the whole, and thereafter, then you practice all lessons of meditation. You learn all the lessons and master all the lessons of meditation.
Hmm.
Then you learn how to understand your mantra. The person will come before you, then how will you understand the mantra? There's a science behind that. That science is coming from Lord Shiva, so that is revived by Anunnati. So we have learned training into that. So it takes about 3 years of training, graduation, then you become a child.
So even though, so as a regular, I don't know what you call them, students, members of
Yeah, training.
followers, I don't know, trainees. As a regular trainee, you're given your own specific mantra, but then as an acharya, you have to learn about all different mantras because you're giving an individual one to all different kinds of
Yeah,
people. And you were
yeah,
saying that the meditation is one on one. So the way that you were taught for you, you have to then to be an acharya, learn many methods because you have to be able to accommodate the many personalities coming in front of you, correct?
yeah.
Yeah.
So when you have to assign a personal mantra for any kind of person, there's a science given by Lord Shiva.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming from that tradition already, but that has been revived by Baba Murtiji. And then there are some more extra rules there, extra things are there. When you sit and meditate, then there is more instructions coming from higher, entity. And then you finalize that, okay, this will be the suitable mantra for this person. And this is what we do. So
Yeah.
that's a training. There is a basic training, and then there's a, more specialized, skills development training. And then finally it goes on building.
Hmm. What is the hardest challenge on this path of Ananda Marga, trying to progress through? Just say from a new initiate to an acharya, what is the hardest thing that, if that's your goal, to go from start to acharya, some of the more difficult things, is it overcoming the obstacles of your desires, like Buddha talked about, or is it finding a sense of who am I?
No,
Or,
we don't go into, sorry, our approach is not denial. No,
mm,
don't go into denial. Because our philosophy says that if you deny something, then it follows you.
yeah,
You see, if you deny smoking, then smoking will be hanging in your mind, always teasing you, you see. And you have to say, okay, let me do one time more, or finish, okay. But again, after 2 weeks' time, again, you will be doing one time more. And this way, it will continue the cycle. No,
right.
the, the, the science behind it, that in Tantra, of Vidya Tantra of Ananda Marga, is that you bring your mind higher
Hmm.
because the desire for a particular type is coming from different chakras. You see? So if your mind is higher than that chakra, then you don't have that desire.
I see. Yeah. Yeah.
Simple
Makes
as
sense.
that. Simple as that. You know, the second chakra is usually for sex. But if your mind is at this chakra or this chakra, then you don't have the desire.
Yeah, that
Simple as
makes
that.
sense. Hmm.
And this is very scientific, very logical, and practicable. You see, the more time you spend in your higher meditation, the more distant it is from the desire. And when you are here, then you draw happiness from that level of activity. After all, mind wants happiness. It wants happiness. It wants to draw happiness from this or that or this or that. So if that object is higher level, not that crude level of behavior or activity, physical activity, then you're far away from the physicality there, and you're more happy here. So why not go for greater happiness than momentary happiness? You see? So it builds a logic and a psychological approach and a disciplined, cherishing your discipline of life. So once you start cherishing the disciplines of your life, and once you start enjoying higher state of, you know, happiness in your mind and engagement in your mind, then you're far away from that those behaviors and those activities. That is our approach to, this is what we call sublimation of propensities.
Mm, nice.
Crudification of the propensity or sublimation of the propensity. Okay. A solid is there, you know, something solid is there, you heat it up, it becomes vapor, sublimated. It is not liquefied, it directly becomes vaporized. You see? And it will not again become solid anymore. So that's what happens. Sublimation, of the propensity desires by higher meditation.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. So you studied directly under Ananda Murthy, and what was it like being in his presence? You were probably quite young when you began there, maybe in your teenage years, or
Mhm. Becoming what? Beginning what? Sannyasi life or
well,
or
when you
or
began
mem-
training with him and you met him personally, and then you're in his presence for learning. What was his presence like
Okay, the question
for
is,
you?
what was his presence like? His presence was divine, beyond words, beyond words, beyond words. Once you are in presence of him, you will not remember the world anymore for that time.
Mm,
You are completely in a divine enclosure. Just like, if you bring a piece of iron close to the magnet, it forgets the world. It becomes the magnet. It was just like that.
wow.
You know. Once you are with him, you are in a different world, altogether different world. It was like that. He was like that. He makes you like himself once you are close to him. Just like the magnet transforms a piece of iron into magnet like itself. That's what was Anand Murthy ji. Yes. Whosoever went close to him, they had the same impact on their life.
You've spent decades preserving his teachings and compiling his teachings. What is, if you could reduce down to its essence, the core of his teachings or methods that you feel most cannot be lost in time, that must be preserved?
I see one thing for sure, that his movement of Anand Marga has already impacted humanity, and humanity can never go back. It will only move forward towards the realm of spirituality. Humanity will become more and more spiritual, more and more sensitive to each other, more and more universal mindset, a neo-humanistic, love for each other. That is bound to come. That has been that impact has already been, rooted on this earth now. That cannot be negated.
It seems like a
So
path of inner realization and outer responsibility, like you're saying. You're inwardly looking for self realization and bliss and connection with the divine, but outwardly to be a new human, to be more loving, kind, generous, and
yeah,
gracious.
considering everyone a family member,
Yeah,
you know, anyone and everyone in the crowd is just like a big family, and I am with my own family.
yeah.
There's a kind of it comes psychology becomes like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, psychology becomes like that.
That's wonderful.
This is what we have lived with him, In a living reality, we practice that, and that became our mentality mindset. Most unknown people, we feel so, closely, connected with each other when we go and work for them and help them. They feel the same way that, oh, where from you came? You're just like my own brother, like my own, relation, my own family. So from this side, we felt like that the entire planet here, all living, all humans are just a big family. And he gave a name. He gave a name to that. He says that cosmic father is our father, nature is our mother, and whatever exists in the nature is my family.
Mm,
Because nature is mother, and my mother and your mother is the same mother, so we are family.
right.
That what has come to most of I mean, all sannyasis and most of the members, household funding family members. We all feel like that.
Mm. Are there any final words you would like to offer our listeners? A personal philosophy or philosophy from Guruji or something about Ananda Marga to leave the listeners and viewers with?
Yes, human life is rare. It's a great opportunity. Uh, We should avail the opportunity of progressing our mind from psychic to suprapsychic and spiritual areas. As I said earlier, the river has flown all the way so close to the ocean, only one step more, and you can become the ocean. You don't need to be reborn as a human being or any other being. Just be the ocean. And nothing else, nothing less than that infinite stance can give you satisfaction. If you long for anything less, it will be making you restless and restless, restless and more restless. So don't yearn for anything. So we have a philosophy, subjective approach, and objective adjustment. So adjust with the world with your responsibilities and duties, but always approach to life should be subjective. That by nature we have come to this level of progress. The progress should not stop. The next step of progression for human beings is not by becoming animals anymore, but to go into divinity. A river never goes back to the hilltop again.
Right.
You know, it goes only to the ocean. So don't go backward. Okay, do anything and everything, but in the core of your heart, one should always seek how to catch up, how to touch, how to experience that reality while being human. Animals cannot do that. Only humans can do that. So this is opportunity for a human being to discover through self-realization who I am actually, where I came from, you know, and what is my connection with that great universe and myself. How am I connected? These things can be not realized by philosophy, but through practicing. You see. So learn how to meditate on yourself and for your own, you know, spiritual progression. Life should have everything. Don't ignore your own soul. Don't ignore meditating for your soul. Don't end up doing everything for your body and for your mind's pleasure. No. Do also something for your soul, you know. soul's sake of your own soul. And that is very scientific in Anand Marg. There is no make believe things here. Everything has a rational, explanation, and there is justification for everything. And that's how Anand Marga has become so popular with the new generation of their its own time every time. So we are here and be happy. Peace be with you, with all your listeners and all of you. And you are spreading these words. God bless you. All.
God bless you as well. Thank you, sir. This concludes our three-part integral being conversation with Acharya Vimalananda. Across these conversations, we've explored Ananda Marga from multiple angles: philosophical, practical, evolutionary, touching on bliss, discipline, mantra, and the widening scope of human responsibility.